Wrong one. There we go.
Hey, I'm Jay.
And I'm wait. Oh, that's how we're gonna start?
Hey, I'm Jay.
And I'm Angela.
Welcome to Crafty Craft
Crafty
Time.
Craft Time.
Woohoo!
Yeah. So today's craft really hits home to my heart because I've had to toss out numerous dining tables, whatever those called, in front of the sofa tables, coffee tables, because people just put their cups, and I didn't have any coasters, and it causes those rings, and I just don't like to see them. And I know that Crispy understands what I'm talking about. So today, I'm like, I don't like any of the coasters that I see at the stores. I'm not gonna order custom ones with my children on it. If I had kids or family, that's just stupid. So I'm like, well, coasters for drinks. I drink drinks when I'm thirsty. What makes me thirsty? So, for example, I have a list of, I have a very big list of celebrities that make me thirsty. So I limited to 4 just for this taping.
All right, so let's introduce the thirst. First up on the thirst list is
Brendan Urie from Panic at the Disco.
Whoop, whoop. Next up on the thirst list is President Obama. Next up, we've got
Ice Cube.
Denzel Washington.
Next up is Dylan O'Brien. I love him.
Next up, we've got topless Morris Chestnut, because that's the only way God intended him to be.
And last on my list, Jeff Goldblum, because he's sexy at any age. He ages like fine wine.
Last on the list is Black Michael Jackson. Very specifically, Thriller Black Michael Jackson. For those of you who are wondering where my eclectic taste or mix of thirst came from, these are actually my mom's top picks. Hi Mom, I love you. First, we are going to need tiles. These are going to be your standard 4.25 by 4.25 tiles that you go ahead and find at your standard home improvement store. I believe these cost me about 15 cents per tile, which is really, really awesome. Next, of course, you need to bring the thirst. So we went ahead and just printed out some pictures, again 4.25 by 4.25 pictures to go ahead and get onto our tiles. Next, you are going to need Mod Podge. Pretty standard. I don't think they want it when it's like that.
It's an ASMR video as well.
We need some foam brushes.
Very cheap.
And last but not least, we need something called acrylic finishing spray. For those of you who...
Hold. Oh, come in.
Come in.
That's our food.
Come on in, sir. Yes.
We're not doing porn.
Why don't you give it on a sound and then go back into it, Angela? Just do your just to...
Last but not least, we've got something called acrylic finishing spray. For those of you, like me, who don't know what this is, it's basically going to be a top coat we're going to put on top of the tiles. That way it goes ahead and makes it waterproof. Super easy to find. Go to your standard craft store, tell them what you need. It's back in the spray paint cabinet. Pretty cheap, just a couple bucks for the can. For a description of the items, go ahead and look down below. We'll put some down there for you guys. Cheers.
We're gonna use our sponge.
I don't want this one. It's like bent.
Oh, sorry. There you go.
This one's like...
That's gonna work. It's fine. You're gonna. Do you want another one?
It's too late. I already used it. That one's bent too. Okay. So let's just get going. Let's go ahead.
So
light coat.
just a light coat of Mod Podge on your tile. Oh, so we weren't sure whether to get matte tiles or glossy tiles, but it turns out it really doesn't care. Right? It doesn't matter. I don't care. It doesn't matter because it'll stick with the Mod Podge. Mod Podge. You're gonna cut these. There's another way to do it. You can make them look like Polaroids, or since I got the incorrect dimensions from somebody, it's just gonna fit the entire tile. So you want to line it up after you put the Mod Podge on the bottom.
Okay. We need to
More?
this.
Yeah.
Well, I peeled it up because I didn't like the way it was positioned, but I'm gonna do this again.
So I mean, there's some bubbles.
I don't have any bubbles.
So if you're not perfect, you're gonna have some bubbles and it's not gonna fit in place. But you know what? It's your coaster. You can do whatever you want with it. We use regular printer paper for this. Kind of nothing special.
Yeah, it works just fine. I mean, it's going to be coated with the acrylic spray at the end
It'll
anyways,
gloss it up.
so it'll be totally fine.
Okay, so the next step is to lightly, you don't want to glob on too much Mod Podge because the colors might bleed together. So you just want to do a little bit of Mod Podge on the top. And it'll dry clear, so don't worry, but try to keep your strokes in the same direction, or not. It's up to you. I don't really care.
You will see a little bit of brush strokes. Just FYI, you will see some. You know, it's not a big deal, but
Not a big deal.
make sure you're not going all zigzag, crazy.
But again, if that's what you want to do, you do it.
I'm gonna judge you, just so
She
you know.
judges everything, though, so it's fine.
Alrighty then, so let's go ahead and do the rest of them.
All right.
Hey, so we got all 4 coasters all Mod Podged. Is that a verb? Mod Podged.
Mod Podge, we just made it.
But
Made one.
we Mod Podged them. And they're nice and dry now. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is,
Oh my
it's very
gosh.
smooth. Okay, so I don't know, like that just felt very smooth to me. We're gonna go ahead and use our acrylic finishing spray to go ahead and finish these off, make them nice and waterproof. Now here's the thing. So I recommend that you do this outdoors, so don't try this at home, but we're gonna go ahead and do them right here on our plates.
Ooh.
Light coat.
Ooh. Ooh. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that just happened.
Ooh. Oh my gosh.
It smells like nail polish.
But look at how silky smooth his chest looks now.
Mm-hmm. Look at that.
Give it that.
So we're gonna go ahead and do all of these.
Nice.
So after it dries all the way for the first coat, you wanna go ahead and put 2 more coats on it. Do not rush this process because you will ruin your picture. So go ahead and let it dry all the way. If you're really impatient, break out that hair dryer. Don't get too close. I'm
They'll
pretty
probably catch
sure
on
this
fire.
is flammable, flammable. But yeah, go ahead and take a nice, cool, dry your breeze to it and finish off your project. Still in all his glory.
I love you.
One more time, please. Spray again. I'm sorry.
Wait,
Okay, I'm
hold on.
sorry. Just
Oh, the same one?
Yes.
I'm-
Or
I'm-
you did Dylan. Yeah, Dylan, go ahead.
More? I don't want to ruin him.
That's good.
Okay, we're good.
Okay.
Cool.
Nah.
Go ahead and spray.
No.
Spray these.
My boy. Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Oh, God, it's so bad.
All right. So after you let the 3rd coat dry, we did forget something in the list. We need to go ahead and put on these little felt pads. It'll keep them from scraping the bottom of your table. Again, these are found at your typical hardware store. Pretty easy to find, just a couple dollars. They're self-adhesive. For added security, you can go ahead and use a hot glue gun to secure them. We'll just go ahead and throw them on there now.
Yeah. If you have any type of felt laying at home, you can use
You can literally
that.
just cut circles and hot glue them on there, but they stick on just like so. And boom.
Having heart palpitations from the spray.
There you go. We
Manchester.
may be dying just a little bit right now from the
Look at that.
fumes.
So smooth.
So smooth. And again, we'll go ahead and include a link of what these are and how to find them
We're including
right
links.
down below. In below.
That's cool. No, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
It's
below.
official. Yeah,
Yeah.
wow.
Cool.
We will have links for you.
All right. So if you like what you saw tonight, hit the subscribe button. Do you know where it's at? It's not
I'm hoping
there.
that it's gonna appear right here.
Yeah, I don't know where it's at.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much for joining us. Have a great night.
Pew!
Mod Podge. Pretty standard. I don't think they